Hey guys, today we're here with Walter Key, and Walter is in Florida and in Keystone Heights, if I remember right, Walter?
Yep.
And but he doesn't live on the beach. He lives near lakes, so Florida's not all the beach. There's a lot of lakes there too. So we wanted to bring Walter on the channel because there's two things. A, Walter's my mentor. And has helped me so much through this business. Even though I think I've been in it longer than he has, I've learned so much from Walter. It's incredible. And two, he's a published author, real estate coach, top producing real estate agent, former Navy SEAL. I mean, certified badass. That's what I call Walter. So we wanted to bring him on the channel, let him talk to you guys. And today we're going to talk about some of the amazing benefits that we get at Epique Realty. Walter got me to come to Epique, and he didn't do it in a pushy way. He just told me what was available. So Walter, with that, oh, by the way, I'm Joshua Grossman, you guys. This is my channel, The Six Figure Agent Secrets. And while this video is about Epique Realty and the benefits, there's definitely some secrets packed into those that can help you be and earn and keep more of your money. So without further ado, Joshua Grossman, Epique Realty, let's talk to Walter Key, who's also with Epique Realty.
Awesome. What a great introduction. Certified badass. I'm going to put that on my signature line. I like that. Yeah. So first, 100% Florida is not all beaches. Yeah. The background is the beach because that's what people think about Florida. My view is actually a lake. If I look out my office through the oak trees, freshwater lake, after 21 years in the Navy, I'm not a huge fan of living on the saltwater. So freshwater is the way to go. So yeah, let's just dive right in. So I will try to do this in a way that makes sense for the average agent, right? There are some key benefits that I truly believe every single brokerage should offer their agents, and they just don't, right? They don't do it because it's not in our budget. We don't have the bottom line. We're not profitable enough to invest in our agents. Maybe it's because their mentality is, you're an independent contractor, do it on your own. Like, I'm not here to grow your business. I'm here to do your paperwork, your compliance, make sure you don't get sued. And a lot of brokers have that mentality, right? You're an independent contractor. You're your own business. I don't have to build your business. You should be building your business. So I love that Epique proactively looks at their agents and literally says, what else can we do to help our agents grow their business? So let's start with the obvious stuff. I just got back from Florida Realtors Convention. And we asked agents that bumped into us to fill out a super quick form and just tell us, hey, what are your top 3 struggles right now in the real estate space, right? What are you fighting through right now as a business owner, as an independent, realtor? What are you dealing with? I would say 90+% of the answers: lead generation and conversion, getting more leads. It was some variation of leads. I even have one, no exaggeration. I have one we said, what are your top 3 struggles? Their 3 answers were leads. So while it's important to understand how to grow your own business, right? And Josh, I know that you know this as well, right? I tell agents, never rely on company provided leads as the sole source of business for you. You have to understand who you are, how you communicate, what type of client you want to work with, and then you got to go out and proactively hunt for that business. You got to do your prospecting. You got to do your follow-up, and nothing will ever replace that.
No,
that's where a lot of agents miss.
I so much agree with that. And one thing you said in there that I think is really important. Oh, by the way, Walt and I are both in active production. We're not just teaching you how to do this because we don't do it anymore. Like I sold one yesterday. Walt is an amazing salesperson, realtor, lots of sales. So just wanted to throw that out there that we're not just talking heads. We are actually doing this. But the lead part of it, right? And I think what do you work with? I work with everybody that will give me money to do it. That is a complete wrong thing to do. You should like what you do, and you should hone in on what you like doing. And if you don't know what you like doing, I would do some soul searching, write it down, make a list like, hey, I really enjoy knocking on doors. That's not true because nobody enjoys knocking on doors. I think Walter does actually enjoy knocking on doors, but some people don't love doing that, right? Like me personally, I love having conversations with people and I love telling stories. In fact, one of our videos that is on the channel that's coming up is our sales coach, Peeps, and he's talking about telling your story, right? Like creating a story if you're new to the business and you don't have a bunch of accolades, then break it down into a story. Why did you start real estate? Why do you love doing this, and it can't be about the money. So find your why. Can't be just about money, and find what you love to do. And if you can find those two things and then tie those into lead prospecting, nurturing, and follow-up, that is going to make you a bunch of money.
100%. And what I always tell people is, if you're trying to, because there's a lot, listen, there are dozens of great ways to build a real estate business. There are lots of great ways to do it. If you're trying to do everything, you're not doing anything. You're not doing it well, and you're darn sure not doing it consistently. And consistency is where the magic happens in this business. So I would rather teach an agent how to align their active prospecting, right, their lead generation, with who they are as a person, their unique communication style, their personality type, and then give them 3, 4, maybe 5 at most specific strategies to execute based on who they are. And then they just go out and consistently do those 3 to 4 things. That will generate more business for an agent than trying to do 6, 7, 8, 10, 12 different things half-assed. Well, someone said a YouTube channel, so I got to do YouTube. And someone said Instagram, so I got to be posting reels. And someone said TikTok, so I got to do, and I got to do, and I got to do. And then you don't do anything because you're just running around scrambling, and you never focus in on what you want to be doing. So that's a huge piece of this. Now, to the point of Epique and what they do for lead generation, because I said never rely on your company to solely produce your business for you. If you're a brand new agent and you're still trying to figure out how you want to prospect, or maybe you're not brand new, but you're just starting to come into your own as an agent. You realize this is on me, I have to do it, but you're still building your business. Maybe you're a productive agent and you've got 3 or 4 strategies that you're really rocking and rolling with, but you're just trying to scale up. That is the time where you look in, what is my company providing? Is there an opportunity there that I might be able to take advantage of while I grow, right? While I scale, while I figure it out for myself. And a lot of companies, I personally believe they do this very wrong, right? They go and they pay for lead generation somewhere, and then they give that lead to the agent with a 30 to 50% referral fee. Like, listen, they're trying to grow a business. They don't need you to take half their commission on the lead that they could have generated for themselves. So what I really love about Epique is that we provide high quality seller leads for everyone in the state to claim if they want them. Don't claim them if you don't want them, but there's no referral fees. There's no extra commission splits. There's no cost to use our leads. It's the brokerage leadership saying, we want to proactively pour into our agents and help them grow. So we're just going to give them the leads. And if they want to work them, they're there, they can claim them and work them.
I mean,
if they're actually on their own, you don't need the leads. No big deal.
Right before I got on this call, I just claimed a lead in Prineville, Oregon. Like, it popped up, said, hey, sell lead Prineville, Oregon, and I grabbed that. And we will follow up on that at the end of this call. So it absolutely works.
Don't rely solely on your company provided leads for your business, and don't walk keys. I've been saying this for years, well before I joined Epique. Do not pay for things that you can get for free. If you don't understand how to do lead generation for your business, let's connect, man. I'll walk you through it. I love teaching agents to be successful. And there's a lot of ways to do it at no cost. Do not pay for it. Whether your brokerage is giving it to you and you got to pay 35, 45, 55% on the back end, that's not free.
And we're going to put Walt's Calendly link here and there so you can grab an appointment with him, because after all, that is what this channel is about helping you get better. So look in the comments below. You can grab Walter's Calendly link and book an appointment with him, and he'll pour into you for free.
Always happy to help an agent succeed. So that's my spiel on lead generation. Never pay for what you can get for free. Never rely solely on company provided leads to grow your business. But if your company is providing you high quality leads at no cost to you, supplement your business with those leads until you're at a point where you're rocking and rolling on your own and you're comfortable with the amount of money you're making. Now, let's take it to the next logical piece, because a lot of people talk about, oh, we give this and we give that and we give all these things, and you're like, how is that tangibly growing my business, right? I don't see it. What I love about Epique is that they thought of the agent in their whole business life cycle, right? So lead generation, obviously, I got to have leads to convert, right? The AI-backed nurturing that we do helps convert them. But then what happens when I convert that lead? And they're like, yeah, sounds great. List my house. Oh, crap. Now I gotta go find a photographer, and I gotta pay $400 for photos, and now I gotta find, well, where do I order my yard sign? That's gonna cost me $100, and I got all this paperwork I'm gonna have to do now. Do I need to hire a transaction coordinator? That's $300 to $500. Should I do some social media marketing to try to find the buyer faster, especially in a market like this where there's not enough buyers? Maybe I want to put more eyes on target. That's going to cost me money. So Epique actually provides high quality 4K professional photos at no cost to the agent. Just book it in your app and it's done. We provide the yard sign, we install it, we remove it. You don't even have to go out in the hot, humidity of Florida and put in a sign. We provide the transaction coordinators at no cost to the agent. So as soon as you go under contract, congratulations, your paperwork is going to get taken care of for you. You can go spend that time that you would have been crunching data building more business. And oh, by the way, if you have a listing over $400,000, which is practically every market these days, we're going to run a paid social media ad for your listing to try to drive more buyers to your listing in order to close that deal even faster for you. Those things are things that at every other brokerage model, the individual agent pays for. That's just the cost of doing business. I got to pay for photos. I got to pay for yard signs. I got to do the transaction. And that saves a lot of money. It doesn't make you money, right? It's not something that you can tangibly say, I'm going to put more money in my pocket because of the photos, although they're great photos, so they'll help you sell it. It simply doesn't require you to take money out of your pocket. That's huge when you're trying to scale a business, right? I'll use myself as an example, just so that the people on the call go, what does that really look like? Last year, I closed about 40 transaction sites. And I'm a nerd, right? I'm the first to admit I'm a data-driven guy. So when I hit my 1 year mark, I went back and I went, what benefits did I use, right? Listing photos. Now we have creator videos. We do the video walkthroughs are fantastic. The TC work, the social media marketing. I just went back and I added it up. What was I paying for these things that I now get for free? And I was saving last year, 40 transaction sites. I saved about $40,000. That was just money that I was taking out of my pocket before that I didn't have to take out of my pocket anymore. So those core benefits for your listing and your buyer transactions save you so much money that the average brokerage they're not even looking at that for you. So I'm super excited about being at a place where they're constantly looking at the agent experience and figuring out, how do we make it better? How do we make them more money with great splits, etc.? How do we save them money with the benefits that are tangible to their business? And then how do we build them a long-term retirement strategy so when they're done slinging deals, they can kick their feet up and relax and enjoy the fruits of their labor. And that's huge. A lot of agents miss that, right? The ability to own stock in your company that has value, right? The ability to create a revenue share organization if you bring agents in, that has value. Even something as simple as the brokerage leadership going, most agents never save for retirement. Let's make that easier for them. Let's create a 401k for our independent contractors and allow them to contribute to their retirement plan directly from their commission, just like if I was at a company with a 401k plan, so that in 20 years, in 30 years, in 40 years, when they're like, I am tired, I was grinding, it was great, I made money, I need to kick my feet up and breathe, you've got something to show for your hard work. You've got an actual retirement portfolio, just like corporate America would have set up for you. And at no cost to you, they cover the admin fees. Are you kidding me? Like, I love the way that they're always looking at the agents and their families.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's hugely important because I've been with RE/MAX. I started my career with RE/MAX. When I was at RE/MAX, I was on a 60-40 split. I won Rookie of the Year, and I bought somebody else a BMW. Like, that was my fees, right? And then I went to, I thought I would go to a smaller brokerage, but be a part of a team. Learned very quickly that team was about their family and that's who they cared about, right? I didn't learn what I wanted to do. So then I went on my own. And ever since I went on my own, right, out at smaller brokerages and stuff like that, like I did the marketing and I made good business, right? But they were just taking their money, right? And then I showed up at EXP, right? EXP gave me some benefits for sure. I won an Icon Award and I could jump through all these hoops to get my my stock back. And I was like, wow, that seems like a heck of a lot of work after I just sold enough to make what almost no one does, right? And then I started thinking more and more about Epique, and I'm like, oh well, hey, So I've been here for just at 5 months. I've already capped. I've actually capped on transaction fees. I've actually capped on my commission. I'm about 2 million. So that's not many sales in my particular area from Power Agent. And I get my cap given back to me in the form of company stock, right? And actually, then my stock awards double, like once I'm a Power Agent. So, like I'm gonna get this money, right? But for that, I get pictures. Now in my area, I don't get free pictures. I only get a credit because they don't want to have a photographer here. But like, I order pictures and I get a check delivered to me the next day, right? And that never happened before. I get my signs put up, all that kind of stuff is just amazing. And then I do my own social media advertising. Obviously, I have my YouTube channels and stuff like that. But just the extra stuff on top that they do, and then the myriad of other benefits you can take advantage of, like free digital card and pet care. How many people out you got pets out there, right? Like we give that for free, or elder care, like that's included.
Myself with my daughter's service dog, we have used the pet care. It's fantastic.
It's just pretty cool what they have. And the 401k, actually, that was actually the final crux to me coming to Epique, was the 401k. So like just so many good things here, guys. And on top of that, back to the point of this channel, it helps you get better because there's free training, right? Free training. Like if you are in our organization, like I go to Walt all the time. He's probably tired of hearing from me. I'm like, hey Walt, how did I do this? Hey Walt, how did I do this? Hey Walt, and I've been an agent for 23 years, guys. So, and I'm a top producing agent too. So I do know what I'm doing, but like things change, right? Like my YouTube channel, and like Walt is a social media king, and we see so much stuff on social media. Like you really got to like pick through what is going to work, right? Because just seeing yourself over and over and over does not help your business anymore, right? Like you got to actually have lead capture and make sure you're attracting people the right way that want to talk to you, not just anybody, that kind of stuff. And that's all included, right? Like you could go to a class every single day at Epique with a professional sales coach. In fact, we have a professional sales coach in our organization, Rob Peeps. He's on this channel with us, and he's helping people get better too. And that comes from a history of 15 years of high performance sales coaching. So many good things to help your business grow. Walt, what was the number one thing that made you want to come to Epique? Why did you call me a year and a half ago and say, Josh, you got to look at this?
So I don't know if there is a one thing from the benefits perspective, right? Because there are so many great benefits, and we've added so many since we joined. We're at 92 benefits now. It's insanity, and we're not done adding them. Really, for me, the one thing, it's a benefit, but it isn't a tangible benefit. It was after I spoke with the leadership of the company, and I genuinely got a chance to like take a glimpse inside their head and how they think about the agents, how they modeled the brokerage to support the agents. Everybody says they're agent focused. We're agent centric. We're tech forward. We're blah, 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 all the buzzwords, right? But seeing the backside of their leadership conversations and seeing how they genuinely, truly, every time they end a meeting with the leadership, they ask themselves the questions, what else can we do? Most brokerages at this point would go, we ain't got to do nothing. Like we have given them so much more than any other brokerage model on the planet. We're good. But they don't do that. They're always looking at, is there something else we could do for our agents? Is there something else? Here's a tangible example of the culture and the mindset of the leadership. At no point in the history of real estate that I'm aware of has a brokerage leadership structure said, we have a lot of agents with kids about to graduate high school. Let's start a scholarship fund and give college scholarships to the families of our agents, not because we have to, but because we can. And that would help our families, right? They say things like, there are probably families inside of the Epique agents who are aspiring real estate agents as well. They see mom and dad out there crushing it. They don't want to go this traditional corporate route. They want to get into real estate. Let's create a real estate scholarship for the kids, the family members of our active agents who wants to become agents. Let's pay their way through becoming an agent and give them coaching along the way so they can go crush the test and become an active agent. These aren't things that other brokerages even think about because it's just not on their radar, right? Our radar is, what's the bottom line? How do we increase the bottom line? Are we keeping our agents? Great, right? We know that some attrition will happen and we're okay with that, but Are we keeping agents? Are we making money? Are we increasing the bottom line? Our leadership is, what are we doing for our agents? How else can we help our agents? What could we do for our agents' families? Right. That's why we created child care, elder care, and pet sitting services. Not that we had to. I'm sorry, if you need a babysitter, go buy a babysitter, right? That's how the industry works. You're an independent contractor. Figure out your own babysitting. But we realized that if we could provide childcare for our agents when they needed it, that would keep one more obstacle away from our agents going out and proactively growing their business and being successful. So
I think a lot of the benefits here are based around keeping agents doing what we need to do, like prospecting, selling, helping clients, right? And that's a big part of this business is you've got to keep singularly focused on pushing your business forward, because it is a grind, man. Real estate's not easy. Like, you get into it, think you're just going to cash checks and drive a Ferrari around. That's not going to happen, right? Like, you're going to have to work towards it. Like, there are people that do that, but all those people, all those big names you see on HGTV and stuff, those people work. I mean, Ryan Serhant works. And he started by working in a Starbucks talking to people in New York when he showed up, right? And actually, I learned that off taking his course that's provided to me at Epique for free, right? And so, it definitely takes work. And, one of the coolest things, this is, like, you see, like Keller Williams has their mega camp and their family reunion, and I have a lot of friends that are with Keller Williams, and it's a great company and they're great people, but they have to pay to go to these things, right? Like, I went to our PowerCon for absolutely free, got all my meals provided. I mean, everything. All I had to do was pay for my hotel and my flight to get there, right? But it was 3 days of, and I got to meet Josh Miller, our CEO, right? Right on stage, walked up, shake his hand, talk to him. He knows who I am. I know who he is, right? And that's just not something you get at any place, especially in a place that's growing as fast as Epique is, or going to be what we're going to be in the coming years. So very family friendly. That was one thing that really drew me here. I mean, I consider my agents I work with every day, like, they're my good friends, my family. I care about them and they care about me too. And that is the general vibe overall at Epique, is our leadership cares about us and they want us to be successful.
100%. Yeah, no doubt about it.
Cool. Well, Walter, man, we appreciate you jumping on and talking to us about Epique Realty and how to grow your business. And I'm sure we'll see you on the channel again talking about more things to make you a better agent. Everyone, we put Walter's information down below. He would absolutely love to have a conversation with you about anything, right? Like, if you want to learn how to grow your business, if you want to learn how to do FSBOs, if you want to learn how to do, I mean, he wrote a book. What's the name of your book, Walter?
The Startup Agent, how to start your real estate business the right way the first time.
Right, and that's on Amazon. You guys can order that. You should order it. You should absolutely read that book, because, man, it is awesome. And if you want to book a call to learn how to grow your business, I just want to say it so it's very clear. We won't talk about Epique if you don't want to talk about Epique. If you genuinely, I don't care what brokerage you're at, I'm here to make our entire industry better, one agent at a time. So if you need help growing your business and you're not getting what you need, reach out to us. We'll put you in our private Facebook group. We have 35,000 agents learning and growing together every day, all different brokerages all across the country. If you want to jump on a one-on-one Zoom, and we'll break down your business roadmap for you so you know what you're doing, why you're doing it, when you're going to do it. I'm happy to help regardless of what brokerage you're at, because when every agent does better, our entire industry does better. So that's the heart behind what we're doing. Everyone here hopefully has done a deal, and they've most likely done a deal with somebody that wasn't quite up to snuff on the other side, right? So if we can make more better agents, deals are smoother, clients are served better, we're less stuff of us in the news, or realtors get paid too much money, right? Like, let's make a better team together. That's the point of this channel. So, Walter, we appreciate you jumping on the channel and absolutely appreciate that offer. Joshua Grossman, I'm with Epique Realty. All my contact information is below if you want to talk to me. Walter, his information is below. He's also with Epique Realty, but we don't care where you're at, man. You could be at any broker XYZ. We will help you get better. And we absolutely thank you for tuning in the channel. We'd love if you would like, subscribe, and share this so we can get more viewers and help more and more agents. That is the goal of this channel. So, signing off for now. Keep watching. More good stuff to come.